This goulash is absolutely delicious, Lisa.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it, Tom. And my Käsespätzle is perfect. So cheesy and comforting.
This was a great choice for dinner tonight. This restaurant has a wonderful atmosphere.
It does. It's busy, but not too loud. It's nice to see so many people out enjoying their Friday evening.
I agree. My dish is a little bit spicy, though, in a good way. The paprika has a real kick to it.
A good goulash should have a little bit of a kick. It gives it character.
It certainly does, but it is making me very thirsty. I think I've just finished my entire glass of water in about 3 gulps.
I saw that. You drank it very quickly. The food must be good.
It is. Salty and spicy food always makes me reach for the water glass.
Me too. It's good to drink a lot of water with your meal anyway. It helps with digestion.
That's true. Well, my glass is completely empty now.
My glass is nearly empty too. Can you pass the water bottle, please?
Of course. Here you go. Oh,
What is it?
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. The bottle is empty.
Completely empty? Are you sure?
I am. I just poured the last few drops into my glass earlier. We have officially run out of water.
Oh dear, an empty water bottle and 2 thirsty people. This is a small dinner crisis.
It is. My mouth feels quite dry now after that last bite of spicy goulash.
We definitely need a refill. We have to ask the waiter for more water.
Yes, we do. But the restaurant is quite busy now. All the waiters seem to be rushing around.
I see that. Getting their attention might be a little bit tricky.
We will have to be patient. We need to wait for the right moment.
This is actually a very good real-world language lesson for our viewers.
What is?
How to politely get a waiter's attention in a busy restaurant. It's a very important skill to have when you are traveling.
That is a great point. There is a right way to do it, and a very wrong way to do it.
Yes. What are some of the wrong ways? What should people never do?
Well, you should never shout across the room. You should never yell, "Waiter!" or "Hello!"
No, that is very rude. It disturbs all the other guests.
And you should definitely never snap your fingers to get their attention. That is considered extremely impolite.
I agree. It makes it seem like you think the waiter is your personal servant. It's very disrespectful.
So, no shouting, no finger snapping. What else is a bad idea?
Waving your hand in the air like a child in a classroom. That also looks a bit desperate and rude.
Right. We are calm, polite adults. We need a calm, polite way to get their attention.
So, we know what not to do. What is the best way to get the waiter's attention?
I think the most important thing is to make eye contact.
I agree. You should look for your waiter or any waiter who is walking by and try to catch their eye.
Exactly. When they look at you, you can give a small, friendly smile and a little nod.
That little nod is a signal. It says, when you have a moment, could you please come over to our table?
It's a very subtle and respectful way to communicate. It shows that you understand they are busy and you are willing to wait.
What if it's hard to make eye contact? What if they are always looking somewhere else?
If you are having trouble, you can try a very small, discreet hand gesture.
What do you mean?
You can just slightly raise your hand, not high in the air, but just a little bit, at the side of the table.
So it's not a big wave, just a small signal?
Yes, and you should not wave it around. Just a small raised hand. The waiter will see it when they are scanning the room.
That makes sense. It's a quiet signal, not a loud demand.
Let's try that now. Let's both look for a waiter and try to catch their eye.
Okay, I see our waiter. He is over at the cash register. He's very busy.
Let's just watch him. When he turns around, one of us can try to make eye contact.
He's turning. He's looking around the room. He's looking this way. Quick, smile.
I think he saw us. He gave a little nod back.
He did. He is on his way to another table now, but he knows we need something.
See? It worked perfectly. Politeness and patience. Now we just need to be ready to ask for what we want.
Okay, the waiter knows we need him. He will be here in a minute. We need to decide exactly what we are going to ask for.
We are going to ask for more water. That's simple, isn't it?
It is simple, but there are many different ways to ask. We should think about the most polite and clear way.
That's a good idea. What are our options?
Well, the simplest way is to just say, "More water, please."
That is very simple and direct. It's probably fine if you are in a very casual place, like a cafe.
But this restaurant is a little bit nicer. Maybe we should use a more complete sentence.
I agree. It shows more respect for the service. What about, "Can we have some more water, please?"
That's good. "Can we have" is a classic phrase for ordering.
We could also use the word could. It often sounds a little bit more polite than can.
So we could say, "Could we have some more water, please?"
I like that one. It's very polite and friendly.
Another very good option is to use the phrase, "we would like."
Yes, as in, "We would like some more water, please."
Exactly. It's a very standard and polite way to express what you want in a restaurant.
So we have a few very good options. Could we have, or we would like.
We also need to be specific about what kind of water we want.
That's true. We had a bottle of still mineral water before. Do we want another bottle?
We could, or we could ask for something else.
So, should we order another bottle of mineral water?
We could, but bottled water can be quite expensive in restaurants in Austria.
That's true. Sometimes a bottle of water can cost almost as much as a glass of wine.
And it's not very environmentally friendly with all the glass bottles.
That's a very good point. So, what is the alternative?
We could ask for tap water.
Tap water? Is that okay to do in a nice restaurant like this?
Yes, absolutely. In Vienna, the tap water is famous for being of excellent quality. It comes directly from the mountains.
I know the water is wonderful here, but I thought it was sometimes considered impolite to ask for it in a restaurant.
That used to be the case sometimes years ago. But now it is very common and perfectly acceptable to ask for tap water, or Leitungswasser
in German.
It's good to know the local customs. So, if we ask for tap water, will they charge for it?
Some restaurants might charge a very small amount, maybe €1 for a large carafe, but many places will give it to you for free, especially if you have already ordered other drinks, like our wine.
Well, that sounds much better than paying €6 for another bottle.
I agree. So, should we ask for tap water?
Yes, let's do that. So we need to make that clear when we ask.
Yes. We shouldn't just say more water, because they will probably bring us another expensive bottle.
We need to be specific. We should say tap water.
Exactly. We can ask for a carafe of tap water. A carafe is a large glass container.
A carafe of tap water. I like the sound of that.
Okay, our waiter is coming. I think I have the perfect phrase ready.
Let me hear it. What is your final, perfect sentence?
I will start with a polite "excuse me."
A very good start.
Then, because he is very busy, I might add a phrase like, "when you have a moment."
Oh, that is very considerate. When you have a moment, it shows you are not demanding his immediate attention.
Exactly. So, excuse me, when you have a moment, could we please have a carafe of tap water?
That is a 5-star sentence, Tom. It is polite, it is considerate, and it is very clear and specific.
I think it covers everything. It shows we are happy to wait. It uses the polite word could. It includes please, and it specifies exactly what we want.
I am very impressed. That is a perfect example of polite restaurant English.
Thank you. I have been practicing.
So, you are ready to deliver the line?
I am ready. He's just finishing at the table next to us. He will be here any second.
I will just sit here and look thirsty.
A very important supporting role.
I am happy to play my part. It is a true story, after all. I am very thirsty.
Me too. Okay, he's coming. Here we go. Excuse me. When you have a moment, could we please have a carafe of tap water? Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
That was very smooth, like a professional.
Thank you. And the waiter was, again, very friendly. He just smiled and said, "Of course," right away.
See? It's not a problem at all to ask for tap water. All my worries were for nothing.
It's all about how you ask. If you are polite and friendly, people are almost always happy to help you.
You are so right. A smile and a please can make all the difference in the world.
They can. Well, our water is on its way. Our dinner crisis has been averted.
Hooray! Soon we will be able to drink as much water as our thirsty hearts desire.
I am already looking forward to that first cold glass.
Me too. This has been a very successful mission.
Mission Get More Water is almost complete.
You know, all this talk about being thirsty makes me think about how important it is to drink enough water every day.
It's true. I know I probably don't drink enough, especially when I am busy at work.
Me neither. I have a bottle on my desk, but I often forget to refill it.
I read that you are supposed to drink about 2 liters of water every day. That sounds like so much.
It does. That's about 8 large glasses of water. It's hard to keep track.
But when you don't drink enough, you can start to feel really tired and you can't concentrate.
Yes, I've noticed that. Sometimes in the afternoon, I feel very sleepy, and then I realize I haven't had any water for hours.
Dehydration can also give you a headache.
Oh, definitely. A lot of the time when I have a headache, the first thing I do is drink a big glass of water. It often helps.
It's like our bodies are plants. If you don't water them, they start to wilt.
That's a very good analogy. We are basically houseplants with more complicated emotions.
I like that. We should try to be better at watering ourselves.
We should. Maybe we can make it a challenge next week to both drink our 2 liters every day.
A hydration challenge? I'm in. We can check in with each other in the evenings.
It's a deal. We will be the most hydrated people in the entire city.
Ah, look who is coming to our rescue. It's our friendly waiter with our water.
Wonderful. That looks like a beautiful glass carafe. And it has some ice cubes and a slice of lemon in it.
That is a very nice touch. It makes the tap water feel a bit special.
To the waiter. Thank you so much. That looks perfect.
Thank you. Okay, let me do the honors. I will pour you the first glass.
Thank you, Tom. You are a true gentleman.
There you go. And one for me. Okay, I am not going to wait. Cheers.
Cheers to hydration.
Oh, that is so good. It's so cold and refreshing.
It really is. It's exactly what I needed. The quality of the tap water in Vienna really is incredible.
It is. It doesn't have any strange taste like the water in some other cities. It just tastes clean and pure.
We are very lucky to have such good water coming directly from the mountains. It's a real luxury.
It is a luxury that we often forget about. We just turn on the tap, and this amazing fresh water comes out.
We should be more appreciative of it.
I agree. Now I feel fully rehydrated and ready to finish my delicious spicy goulash.
And I can finish my cheesy Käsespätzle. Everything is right with the world again.
Well, this has been an excellent dinner. I have enjoyed every part of it.
Me too. The food was delicious, and our little water adventure was a success.
It was a very good learning experience. We practiced some very important and useful English phrases tonight.
We did. We learned how to get a waiter's attention politely.
We learned different ways to ask for something. Can we have? Could we have? We would like.
We learned the importance of being specific, asking for tap water instead of just water.
And we learned about the local customs, which is always important when you are in a different country.
It just shows that even a very small and simple interaction, like asking for water, can be a great opportunity to practice your language skills.
Absolutely. You don't need to have a long, complicated conversation to practice. These small moments are just as valuable.
And being polite and friendly is the secret key that unlocks everything.
It truly is. People are always more willing to help you and speak with you if you are nice to them.
It makes the whole experience more pleasant for everyone, for us and for the people who are serving us.
Well, I am now completely full and very well hydrated.
Me too. This was a perfect Friday night. Thank you for a lovely dinner, Tom.
Thank you for the great company, Lisa. Shall we think about getting the bill soon?
Let's have one more glass of water, and then we can ask for the bill.
A perfect plan.